Well, hello and welcome to another episode of On the Horizon. We are so excited that you have chosen to join us. This is Brittany. I'm Leanne, and as per normal, we're super excited about our guest, aren't we?
This is fun. We've got
We
not
have
one,
double
but two.
double
the
now.
fun.
Yeah, double the fun. It's Mike and Jo Stroup.
Yes.
Now, you have probably seen them around as well. They have helped with the Easter egg hunt. They've helped at the Christmas store big time. Jo is bilingual. Right, that's how you say that? Didn't sound right at first. Bilingual. So she did a lot of our interpretation last year for us. So we used her big time. I felt bad. She was the only one running around trying to communicate with everyone. Yes. We're like, how do you say one small gift? They've also helped with Face the Fear and serve on Get, which is our guest experience team with Brittany. And so you have seen them around, and hopefully you've had a chance to meet them, but you're going to get to know them a little bit more as we talk to them now. So we are going to ask them, how outside the walls do you touch and change the world?
Well, there's a word that I use really in my personal and professional life is just awareness. So I like to be aware of opportunities that are around me. So whether I'm in the line at Target and the person in front of me is giving the cashier a hard time, coming behind that person, you want to try to brighten their day and just, everything's okay, you're all right, have a blessed day. It just changes the tone and mood. So anytime we're out and about or doing things, you're just trying to be that light out in the world. Just the way you engage with people and respond to people, I think is important. Is people want to be seen and acknowledged in a way that's meaningful. So I think that's what I try to do, just not only personally but professionally.
Okay. And professionally, what do? You guys work together now, right?
We do work together for a podiatrist and locally here, so that's a blessing in its own right that we get to serve the same practice, which is nice. So again, we have people who come in, they're hurting, and have the opportunity to change their situation or how they're feeling about, number one, even coming into the doctor sometimes for a lot of people is stressful. So if we can make them feel comfortable and warm and know that they're loved and taken care of and will be taken care of properly, I think that just changes whole demeanor and just sets the tone for their whole experience.
Okay. Well, is there like any, this would put you on the spot, but any one instance or maybe patient that came in that you can recall that you would want to share?
I have an example.
Okay.
We did have a patient that came in that struggled with, we deal with feet every day. And she came in with just being so kind of ashamed at the condition and had not shown her feet for about 15 years.
Oh, wow.
So we really went just did everything we could to help her to feel comfortable and loved. And really part of the mission of our practice is to be different, is to do medicine differently and get back to the old-fashioned way of doing medicine. So from the moment people walk in till they leave, our aim really, our mission is to make them feel loved and welcomed and to not feel bad about, the condition that they're in and help them know that, like you're saying, they're not alone and we are here for them and we really, really try hard to do that. So
That's awesome.
I think what was amazing about that situation was just her whole demeanor changed. You could tell just when she first came in, there was just a cloud, if you will, that just, and then the way the team interacted with her and how the doctor responded to her and just the way she left was completely different. She felt free, I felt. It seemed like there was just such a freedom there. She felt like this is going to be taken care of. I sort of wish I had done this a long time ago. So it was just, it's very rewarding when you see those situations happen in real time and you know, hey, we've made an impact on someone's life. And so I think that's fantastic.
That's awesome.
And I think that we really try to be good listeners. Part of my job is to speak with the patients and kind of listen to their conditions and what their story is. And be a really, really good listener so that I can pass on information, but to help them feel heard. We deal with a lot of the elderly. So to be patient and kind and just listen to their story and, is part of that, being different and touching and changing their lives.
Well, that even ties into the awareness that I talked about earlier, just being aware of how someone's feeling. And part of that is just exactly what you said, just listening and knowing what they're going through so you can relate to them, be empathetic when they need empathy. And just connect with them because we're all relators. We want that connection with another human being. So if we can do that, And in that way, I think it makes a difference.
Well, and then they feel valued,
Exactly.
right? Because I've
Absolutely.
been heard,
Yes.
and
Exactly.
my story counts because
Yes.
somebody took the time to listen to me. You know, I'm even
Absolutely.
thinking of when I call doctors and they're just in such a hurry and they don't, you know, but let me explain how this happened, or you know, how I
Right.
got
Right.
here, or
Sure.
whatever. That's
Sure.
that's huge.
You guys are being different
Yeah.
because
Sure.
of the way you're responding. That is amazing.
That's
Thanks for sharing that.
awesome. Yeah.
So you work together.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about maybe when you're not at work. What are you guys doing in your spare time?
We like to relax. We like to ride our bikes. We like to
Yeah.
go work out. So we try to
Yes.
stay pretty active. We've got an 11-year-old grandson that we like to spend time with. We'll bring him to church too here. So you may see him with
That
us
is
from time to
awesome.
time. We get the
Yes.
opportunity to have him here. And he's really enjoyed that, spending time with the Colangelos and their ministry that they have
Yes.
here. So
Good.
that's been a blessing because this is such a family-oriented congregation that we all can just come in and just learn from the Lord and be together. So yeah, we like to do a lot of things together. We like to chill together. We like to just rest and hang out and watch TV. So we're simple folks,
Yeah.
but we just like to spend time together.
Well, and I have to say though, your wife should scare you a little bit because when we went axe throwing, her first toss out, she hit bullseye, didn't you? First throw.
Had you done it before?
Never. Oh,
I couldn't even get the axe to stick.
I don't
to
know
the
how it
board,
happened.
And she
I-
just whoo, and it was like, don't
Could
mess
you do
with
it
her.
again after that?
maybe I did it one more time that
Yeah.
night,
But
but
that's-
yeah, that was just an
amazing.
anomaly.
She's
I
got
don't
some
know.
skills,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't
Very
mess with
impressed.
Joe. So.
Smart, no.
Well,
Was
thank-
there? Yeah,
oh,
go ahead.
No. Is there anything else you
Yeah.
want
What
to
is
say
there
that we
anything
didn't
else
ask
that
you about?
Yeah.
The only other thing I think of is, and talking about the awareness thing, is there's times too in the mornings I'll think through, okay, who do I need to reach out to, and maybe just send a text or whatever. Hey, I haven't reached out to so and so in a while, and just as simple, hey, I'm just thinking about you, everything going well, you know, praying for you. Even for guys, it's sort of more difficult to do that, just to make those connections. So trying to take that effort to do that is worth it. So anytime you can just make an impact in someone's life, because you don't know what's going on sometimes. That may be just the thing. It's like, well, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
So just acting on that awareness, right, is sort of the next step of that. An engagement, I guess, is the second word you
Yeah.
can use. Being engaged in that process, because it's very easy. You know, he's probably doing okay.
Yeah.
No, but sometimes that text just goes a long way. So that's the only other advice I could offer in that arena.
Thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for being with us today. I appreciate it. And I hope that you have enjoyed getting to know Joe and Mike. So when you see them around, if you haven't met them before, now you can just introduce yourself. Say, I saw you on the internet and you look good and I want to get to know you. No,
On the
so-
horizon.
And if you have a hurt foot, and
Yeah,
there you
now
go.
you know the doctor to go
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
So,
that's right.
well, thanks again. And we will see you next time on the horizon.